In this podcast episode, the hosts speak with Dr. Seema Lakdawala, an associate professor in the Department of Microbiology and Immunology at Emory University. The conversation delves into the current outbreak of bird flu, its implications for public health, and the economic impact on egg prices, while also exploring how individuals can protect themselves. The episode begins with an overview of the ongoing bird flu outbreak, particularly the H5N1 strain, which has been affecting not only birds but also mammals, including cows and cats. Dr. Lakdawala explains that the outbreak has led to the death of approximately 166 million chickens in the United States, either due to infection or culling efforts to control the spread of the virus. The hosts express concern over the potential for the virus to spill over into humans, especially given the increasing number of cases reported among poultry and dairy workers. Dr. Lakdawala emphasizes that while the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has a robust infrastructure for monitoring influenza cases, there are significant gaps in surveillance, particularly concerning dairy cows. The introduction of H5N1 into cows is alarming because it raises the risk of transmission to humans through direct contact or contaminated products. As the conversation shifts to the economic ramifications of the bird flu outbreak, the hosts highlight the soaring prices of eggs, which have become a significant concern for consumers. The discussion reveals that the outbreak has led to a drastic reduction in egg production, resulting in prices skyrocketing. Restaurants and grocery stores are feeling the pinch, with some establishments even adding surcharges to egg dishes. Dr. Lakdawala explains that the current situation is exacerbated by the fact that many backyard poultry flocks are also becoming infected, further straining the supply chain. The hosts note that the average American spends around $194 a year on eggs, and with the current price hikes, families are facing increased financial burdens. The podcast delves into the transmission pathways of the bird flu virus, particularly how it spreads from wild birds to domestic poultry and potentially to humans. Dr. Lakdawala describes how migratory birds can contaminate water sources and feed, leading to outbreaks in commercial poultry farms. The conversation also touches on the role of dairy farms, where the virus has been found in milk, raising concerns about food safety. The hosts ask Dr. Lakdawala about the risks associated with consuming milk from infected cows. She reassures listeners that pasteurization effectively inactivates the virus, but emphasizes the need for ongoing testing and monitoring to ensure food safety. The discussion highlights the importance of understanding how viruses can persist in the environment and the potential for cross-species transmission. A significant portion of the conversation focuses on the health risks posed by the bird flu virus to humans. Dr. Lakdawala notes that while there have been cases of human infection, the majority of individuals have experienced mild symptoms. However, the potential for severe illness remains, particularly for those with underlying health conditions. The hosts discuss the importance of vaccination and the role of pre-existing immunity in mitigating the severity of infections. Dr. Lakdawala explains that vaccines are designed to prevent severe disease rather than block infection entirely. This distinction is crucial for understanding the limitations of current vaccines and the need for ongoing research to develop more effective strategies for preventing transmission. As the episode concludes, Dr. Lakdawala offers practical advice for listeners on how to protect themselves from the bird flu virus. She emphasizes the importance of avoiding direct contact with wild birds and their droppings, particularly in areas where outbreaks have been reported. For those with backyard poultry, she recommends using personal protective equipment when handling birds and ensuring proper hygiene practices. The hosts also discuss alternatives to eggs in cooking and baking, encouraging listeners to explore egg replacers such as applesauce, ground flaxseed, and commercial egg substitutes. This not only helps mitigate the impact of rising egg prices, but also promotes a more sustainable approach to cooking.